Good evening, our beloved viewers. Welcome to this English news edition. The headlines. The head of state assured the 18th session of the Council of Ministers. And for the 12th session of the high-level seminar on peace and security in Africa. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. Assured by the President of the Republic and Head of Government, the Council of Ministers held its 18th session of 2025 this morning. During the session, the Council of Ministers discussed a draft law, include the agenda. Dini Moussa has more.
Sous la présidence de Son Excellence M. Ismaël Omar Guelleh, président de la République, chef de gouvernement, a eu lieu ce mardi 2 décembre 2025, la 18e séance du Conseil des ministres.
Presidency of the Republic. First question. Draft law approving the 2024 financial accounts of the National Agency for State Information Systems. For the 2024 fiscal year, NC's financial accounts were closed as follows. Revenue of 457.9 million Djiboutian francs. Expenses as 479.22 million Djiboutian francs. Revenues increased to 457.9 million Djiboutian francs, a rise of 68.1 million Djiboutian francs compared with 2023. Expenses reached 702 million Djiboutian francs, an increase of 155.9 million Djiboutian francs compared with the previous year, 323.2 million Djiboutian francs. In 2024, NC implemented several programs and actions, including continuing the archives modernization project, developing the second version of the electronic official journal platform, developing the public procurement platform, extending the government integrated network, strengthening the network and systems infrastructure, modernizing the prefecture's information system, rationalizing public expenditure information systems. Second question, draft law approving the financial 2024 financial accounts of the People's Palace. For the 2024 fiscal year, the People's Palace accounts were closed as follows: 367.28 million Djiboutian francs and 357.94 Djiboutian million francs. Surplus of 9.33 million Djiboutian francs. Ministry of Justice and Prison Affairs in charge of Human Rights. Third question, draft law approving the 2024 financial accounts of the National School of Judicial Studies. The National School of Judicial Studies 2024 financial accounts were closed as follows: 52.28 million Djiboutian francs, expenses at 63.92 million Djiboutian francs. Ministry of Economy and Finance in charge of Industry. Fourth question, draft law adopting the 2024 financial accounts of the Djibouti Institute of Statistics INSTAD. INSTAD's 2024 financial accounts were closed as follows: in revenue, 394.85 million Djiboutian francs, expenses at 384.89 million Djiboutian francs. Results, surplus of 9.96 million Djiboutian francs. Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training. Fifth question, draft law approving the 2024 financial accounts of the National Education, Research, Information and Production Center, in short known as QUIPEN. QUIPEN's 2024 financial accounts were closed as follows: 807.31 million Djiboutian francs in revenue and expenses at 679.91 million Djiboutian francs. A net surplus of 127.58 million Djiboutian francs. Ministry of Higher Education and Research. Sixth question, draft law approving the 2024 financial accounts of the Djibouti Center for Study and Research, CERD. CERD's 2024 financial accounts were closed as follows: 934.80 million Djiboutian francs and expenses at 874.44 million Djiboutian francs. Surplus of 59.75 million Djiboutian francs. Ministry of Labor in charge of Formalization and Social Protection. Seventh question, draft law approving the 2024 financial accounts of the National Agency for Employment, Training and Professional Integration, ANIFIP. ANIFIP's 2024 financial accounts were closed as follows: 539.72 million Djiboutian francs in revenue and in expenses 616.2 million Djiboutian francs. Ministry of Budget. Eighth question, draft decree allocating a parcel of land to the Urban Rehabilitation and Social Housing Agency, Arilos. The draft decree aims to allocate to Arilos a parcel of 8.5 hectares located in Balbala. This parcel is intended for expanding the supply of social housing plots. Last but not least, communications. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation government spokesperson reported on the delegation led by His Excellency, the President, Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, at the 7th African Union-European Union Summit held in Luanda, Angola on 24th to 25th November 2025. The minister also presented a report on the 46th Francophonie Ministerial Conference held from 19 to 20 November 2025 in Kigali, Rwanda. The Minister of Economy and Finance in charge of industry presented a mission report on his participation in the UNIDO and LDC General Assemblies held from 22nd to 27th November 2025 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The Minister of the Interior reported on his participation in the IGAD support platform biennial review held in Nairobi, Kenya from 25th to 27th November 2025. The Minister of Agriculture, Water, Livestock, Fisheries and Marine Resources reported on his participation in the IGAD Ministerial Conference on Transhumance and Livestock Development held in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia on 21st of November 2025. The Minister of Energy in charge of Natural Resources presented a report on his participation in the 17th Dubai Mining Show held from 17th to 24th of November 2025 in Dubai and Fujairah, United Arab Emirates. He also reported on a mission to Mumbai, India from 18 to 20 November 2025 regarding the acceleration of the project to build bitumen storage units capacity 210 barrels per hour. The Ministry of Posts and Telecommunications presented a report on his participation in the 2025 GSMA Mobile Telephony Regional Congress for the MENA region, held from 24 to 26 November 2025 in the state of Qatar. The Ministry of Youth and Culture reported on her participation in an event held in Dubai, United Arab Emirates in 2025.
The Association Dumer and Dadal organized a major conference on a business forum today at the Red Sea Hotel, bringing together 34 leading women's association active across various economic sectors. This event was supported by official partners, including the State Secretariat for Private Investment, the Ministry of Trade and Tourism, and the President of Chamber of Commerce, with the aim of promoting women's initiative and creating a space for exchange, cooperation, and economic development among women entrepreneurs. This conference on forum provide a platform for showcasing project, sharing experience, but also discussing the challenges facing women in the business world. The exhibition booths showcase the richness and innovation of women's business in diverse fields such as handcraft, trade, food industries, fashion, and local innovation, and more. This conference and business forum represent a significant step toward enhancing the skill, capabilities, and opportunities of women entrepreneurs in Djibouti. It also provides a platform for networking, building professional network, and exchanging experience among female entrepreneurs from various sectors. The association indicates that a future edition will strive to broaden participation, involve more governmental and private institutions, but also offer specialized training program and workshop. The aim of this showcase is to empower women economically and enhance their active contribution to sustainable national development, thereby reinforcing the principle of equality and inclusion in the local economy. In her address, the president of Dumer and Dadal Association noted that this conference aimed to strengthen the position of women, motivate them, and build their resilience throughout the workshop. For her part, the Secretary of State for Investment and Private Sector, in her discussion, she expressed the satisfaction with the participation in this forum for their this workshop. In her intervention, the Secretary of State in charge of investment, Ms. Safia Muhammad Ali Gadili, said it is a tremendous honor to be among you today, and it is very important for me to be by your side during this crucial moment that shape the life of association. I'm taking advantage of this excellent platform to say that women are succeeding the women have achieved their victory. For his part, the Minister of Trade and Tourism said that today marks a step forward for women entrepreneurs in the fight for their inclusion and participation in the socio-economic development of our country. It is a day like any other, and I will first like to take this opportunity to share the genuine pleasure and I feel at being here with you today in this event and to see the rise of these very dedicated women entrepreneurs for Djibouti. And we have gathered here with success, determination, and enthusiasm to discuss women entrepreneurs. The National Institute of Statistics of Djibouti, in close collaboration with the Ministry of Health and with the technical and financial support from UNICEF, announced the official launch of the Master Training for Multiple Indicator Cluster Survey, an internationally recognized this statistical process. This step represents a strategic phase in implementation of a survey, as its results will provide a fundamental basis for developing, monitoring, and evaluating public policies for the benefit of children, women, and families in Djibouti. This training aims to enhance the capacity of researchers, supervisors, and all participating team by providing them with the necessary technical and methodological knowledge in order to ensure the success of the process. Participants will learn how to use the MIC survey from form, and their specialized modules employ digital data collection tool, but also adhere the field procedures that guarantee the quality and accuracy of the data. The training places a particular emphasis on ethical consideration. And now we turn to the remarks of both the Secretary General of the Ministry of Health and a UNICEF representative. The UNICEF representative emphasized that the quality of this training directly impact the credibility of the results, which will be used to objectively guide public, making the areas of health, education, social protection, and human development. The training also includes, she said, modules on supervision, quality controls, and team management in accordance with the international survey standards. In turn, the National Institute express its gratitude to the UNICEF for its continued support and commend the professionalism of trainers and field team involved in this national mission. The Institute urged all participants to fully commit to and take the statistical data for public work in Djibouti, he said. The National Agency for Persons with Disability, as part of the 7th National Disability Week, the National Dialogue on Disability continue. This new consultative platform aims to promote inclusive governance and civic participation for persons with special need in Djibouti. This national dialogue, organized for the first time on this scale, provides a participatory framework that brings together institutional bodies, organizations of persons with special needs, civil society, and the technical but also the financial partners. Their goal is to collectively identify existing challenges and explore innovative solutions to promote social, economic, and technological inclusion. This initiative is a key component of the 7th National Disability Week, which continue with a series of activities dedicated to the awareness raising, capacity building, and also community exchange. A national training course for 20 coordinators for reading and cultural activities center, as well as those responsible for community development center in the capital and various regions, began yesterday, Monday, December 1, at the community development center in Leable. And a national training courses 20 for this reading participatory the National Capacity Building Seminar for around 20 facilitators of the Reading Cultural Activities Center, a manager of Community Development Center, the CDC, and organization from the Community Development Center from the capital and the region open the training, which runs 4 days. The National Sharia Supervisory Board of a Central Bank of Djibouti organized a specialized training course yesterday, Monday, entitled Doubt and Error in the Application of Islamic Financial Product at the conference hall of the Peace Center for Training, Researches and Consulting. This session reflecting the Republic of Djibouti's commitment to strengthening the Islamic financial system and consolidating its scientific and regulatory framework and was shared by the head of authorities, Sheikh Ibrahim, in the presence of his senior advisor, a group of scholars and researchers of representatives of Islamic bank and financial institutions operating in the country. The session was facilitated by Dr. Abdul Shatter, an international expert in Islamic law and finance, who present in-depth scholarly analysis of issues related to Islamic financial transaction. In his opening remark, Sheikh Ibrahim indicated that the academic course came within the framework of authority's ongoing mission to evaluate performance and improve the Sharia-compliant application of financial products. He also pointed out that addressing doubt of error can only be achieved through specialized knowledge and collaborative work between Sharia boards and financial institution and resources center. The Al Mala Preparatory School commemorate the War AIDS with expensive awareness activities. The school preparatory commemorate the War AIDS Day yesterday through an initiative organized by School Life Department in collaboration with the Ministry of Health. The school is teaching staff and the ambassador of coexistence. This event aimed to raise awareness students about the HIV/AIDS prevention and protection issues and combat all forms of discrimination associated with the virus. The ambassador of the coexistence, especially trained students, were at the heart of the activities, leading interactive workshop, but also awareness message and encouraging a spirit of responsibility and solidarity within the school environment. This joint mobilization, supported by the Ministry of Health, highlighted the preparatory school's partners' commitment to building a conscious, inclusion, and protective school for all its students. The People's Palace hosted the national works this morning to validate and update version of the Palmer Plan, the National Emergency Response Plan against accidental marine pollution by the hydrocarbon and other hazardous substances. The session was chaired by the Secretary General of the Ministry of Environment and Sustainable Development, with the participation of officials from the Maritime Sector and Risk Management Agency. This workshop is part of the ongoing effort to strengthen national capacity in marine pollution prevention and response, aiming to equip the Republic of Djibouti with a modern tool that comply with the international standards for effective responsible to incident involving oil spill and other hazard materials. In their respective speech, the PERSGA representative and the Executive Secretary of Disaster Risk Management Department emphasized the need to strengthen national and regional effort to reduce marine pollution. They stress the importance of the improving coordination mechanism, developing monitoring and response methods in accordance with the internationally recognized standards. They also highlighted the importance of adopting an integrated approach that contribute to protecting the marine environment and enhancing the capability of relevant institutions to respond more effectively to accidental pollution incident. Furthermore, they emphasize the importance of investing in training and building the technical capacity of national personnel to ensure an effective response to any accidental pollution incident and to bolster the confidence of international partners in Djibouti's commitment to protect its maritime environment. In his opening remark, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Environment and Sustainable Development explained that combating marine pollution is a top national priority, requiring continuous coordination between national and regional bodies and ongoing development of intervention and protection mechanisms in order to ensure a rapid response to any accidental pollution incident. He also added that strengthening the technical capability of national personnel, updating emergency plan, and intensifying training program and maritime monitoring, which are, he said, an essential element to ensure the protection of countries' vital marine resources and the coastal lines. A delegation from Djibouti, led by the Secretary General of the State for Sport, Ms. Khadija Ibrahim Idris, and accompanied by the Deputy Director of National Agency for the Promotion of Sport, Ahmed Ali Hamed, participate in the opening ceremony of 2025 Arab Cup held at Qatar region. The Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad, the Emir of Qatar, attended the opening ceremony of 2025 Arab Cup, currently being held at Bayad Stadium in the presence of the number of prominent figures in world football, including FIFA president and also a large crowd in the stand. The ceremony held at the Al Bayad Stadium featured and distinctly Arab character and artistic vision that relieve on telling a symbolic story. And now moving on to the regional scene, 12th session of a high-level seminar on peace and security in Africa, known as the Oran Process, was held in Algeria, the capital of Algeria. The seminar brought together key African stakeholders involved in promoting stability and multilateralism in the continent. The chairperson of the African Union Commission, His Excellency Mohamed Ali Yusuf, delivered the opening address, praising Algeria's leading diplomatic role and its ongoing and constructive contribution within the United Nations Security Council. And for the international scene, escalating Israeli arrests and raid, the crisis in the West Bank. The cities and villages in the West Bank witness a new wave of arrests as Israeli forces carry out an extensive raids targeting several Palestinian homes. In recent hours, at least 23 Palestinians were arrested, including former prisoners who had been released after completing their sentence. These operations, which were concerned and concentrate mainly at night, involve house raid, fell and these some result in preparatory damage during the search. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.